I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Where you at? It's time.
I know.
You know what it's time for?
It's time for another edition
Of Informed.
We got a lot to inform folks
We
about.
do a lot to tell them about. And
Now,
start with what we're doing here.
Why are we standing here in front of this? We want to share our thoughts again.
We should. And it started from last week's video.
Oh, absolutely. We were down at It Takes a Village New Home. And thank you for the response to that.
Yeah, and I hope they respond in ways to help. It takes a village, yes.
I do. And so many new folks
Right.
are catching on to that. You keep staying with us because, Pastor Jeff, this is how we serve the Lord.
It is. We're for Muhammad.
We're for Muhammad, and that's not a campaign.
No.
It was not a one and done from
No.
last year. It is a paradigm of our way of thinking as we serve the Lord here.
Yeah, it's part of our mission, the mission God has put us on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jesus said, I was naked and you clothed me.
Yes, he did.
I was hungry, you fed me. I was in jail, you visited me. And on the list goes. And people say, well, when did we see that?
Yeah, my favorite phrase.
Yeah.
Least of these.
The least of these. When you did it for the least of these, you did it for me.
Yeah.
And we can look around Muhammad and we can see so many needs. And as we meet those needs for those in our community,
Yes.
we're doing it for him.
Yeah.
We're serving him.
And that's what we're all about.
We're for Muhammad.
Yeah.
Pastor Jeff, these shirts, we've had these on sale before. And in fact, it went over so well, we ran out.
We ran out, and it's been winter, and we've been waiting, but we got them back in.
Got them back.
Some of you ordered extra larges and some other sizes. We got them, so come
Got
see
them
us
back.
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we'll be having those available for you again.
Yep.
Now, Pastor Jeff, there's still more going on.
Okay, that's my breath. We got to move forward now.
Okay, there's more going on.
Yeah.
We asked our folks last couple of times if they would to remember our leadership.
Yeah.
We went off into our leadership retreat this last weekend.
Great day.
It was a great day.
Great day.
And Pastor Jeff, one thing that came out of that this last weekend was our budget.
Yeah, we got to get those finished.
We got to get those finished, and it won't be long. We'll be presenting our proposed budget to the congregation.
Yeah.
We want you to pray about that as God uses our resources and our leadership becomes good stewards of your resources
Yeah.
to do the ministries here at MCC for Muhammad and around the world.
Hey, and on that note, if there's something you think a particular ministry needs to be doing, you need to get to them in this coming week and say, hey, did you think about this? Because they need to get that in their final
Absolutely.
budget if it's a good idea. So make sure you get to the leaders and let them
Absolutely.
know.
And then there's a lot more going on.
Yes,
Toward the end of the month,
we got a big day.
big day.
We told you to save that date.
March 31st.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Huge. That's a good way. I like the way you thought about that. Huge.
First of all, it's our chili cook-off.
It is.
Now, I love me some chili.
I do, yeah.
And I will remind folks, I like mine with pasta in it.
Yes. We have all kinds of flavors
Oh,
here
we
that
do.
day. Yeah.
And we have some 5 alarm,
Uh-huh.
7 alarm.
Some mild stuff.
But it's okay. We
Yeah.
have fire chief with us this year, so.
Yeah, and we usually have hot dogs for the kids as well.
Hot
So
dogs
those
for
that
the
don't eat
kids
the
as
chili,
well.
yeah.
Now, Pastor Jeff, it's not just chili cook-off.
No.
We always have to end a good meal like that with some dessert.
Yeah,
So what's going on with
it's
it?
the pie bake-off.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Our ladies and gentlemen, too, around here
Yeah.
can bake some pies.
Woo!
I mean,
I'm
bake
telling
some
you.
pies.
Yeah.
So you want to be here, please save that day.
Yeah.
Now, there's something else going on that day along with it. It's not just our chili cook-off.
No, we start that morning.
That's after our morning together.
Yeah, we got guests. We got some special guests.
Special guests
Yeah,
coming.
coming from where?
Lincoln Christian
Yeah.
University.
Yeah.
Last year, we had a group of the kids come. They led us in our worship time.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great to see all that going on.
Uh-huh.
And this year,
They're coming back again.
they'll be here again.
Yeah.
So you join us that Sunday. Put it on your calendar. Don't let anything
Don't-
come in
yeah.
the way. If you've already got something on there, erase it. Postpone. Do it another time.
It's an important day. It's going to be a fun day to fun, fellowship, and we are going to worship. We are
That's
going to
right.
worship.
And speaking of our worship time, we're in our new sermon series.
Yes, we are, and it's been going crazy
When
well.
God Sings.
I don't know what God has just done some amazing things.
I
with
shared
this.
with them Sunday, you and I had talked. When we were planning this, when we plan our preaching for the year, well in advance, as the Lord leads us. I mean, we don't like to just put it down and say, here, God, bless this.
Yeah, nope.
We sought God's leading
Yeah,
first
we
for
prayed
a long
about it.
time.
Yeah, first.
And our leadership did, and others, as we went off to prepare that. Honestly, wasn't really sure. I know everything fit. It looked good on paper.
Yeah, and I looked at this series kind of where
Yeah,
it
it's
is
like-
between the two. I'm like, how does that work?
God, what are you doing
Yeah.
here? But I'll tell you what, I told him Sunday, after you and I talked a little bit, I truly believe
Yeah.
God planned this series for this time for a reason.
Yeah, we got to remember God's ways aren't our ways, and man, He knows what He's
really
doing.
do. And so, from what I've heard, it's blessing people.
Yeah.
I know it has blessed me and you as we've been preparing for it.
Yeah.
So you come on out and join us. This Sunday we will continue that series.
Yeah.
When God Seems Late.
Like somebody was to do this
Yes,
today.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And we rush so much, and
Yeah.
we want everything on our schedule.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think God is late.
Yes, we do.
Because we believe He answers prayer.
Yes, we do.
That's why we pray.
Mhm.
But we want Him answered when.
Now,
And when He doesn't,
we get upset.
yeah, well, He's either indifferent, He doesn't care, or He's being uncooperative,
Yeah.
or He's late.
He's late. He's
When
late.
you going to show up,
That's
God?
right. Look, I can find anything on Google I want right now. I
Oh,
can catch up
yeah.
on any of the
Oh,
news
yeah,
right
right
this
now.
minute. I can
Right
get
now.
instant contact
Right
with my
now.
daughter in Texas right now. So God, I don't understand why He can't jump on the technology
I know
train
it.
and get
Come
in
on.
instant contact with us.
Well, we'll deal with that this Sunday. So
Yeah.
you join us as we continue that series with When God Seems Late.
But we start with something first every morning before worship.
Yes, indeed. You join us at 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings for Sunday school for every age in your family. 10 o'clock, we gather for our family worship and praise time.
And then we get together and we see what God has in store for us in this community we live in.